Hey guys, welcome to episode 15 of season 2 here at Chelsea. This is the last episode of the season. It's the FA Cup final, and as such, with the difficulties we've had in this save with the European football breaking, this is the last episode in this save. Moving forward from tomorrow, we'll begin a series of votes where you guys will decide what comes next on the channel. So keep your eyes peeled for that in your softbox tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. But today we have the FA Cup final live. The suit is on. We've had a little bit of bad luck with the other suit jacket, the black one. We've lost 2 Carabao Cup finals in that and a UEFA Super Cup as well. We've only won 1 of 4 trophies with that jacket. So getting a little bit superstitious, I've got my other suit jacket on. And we'll see if this one provides us some more luck. We have Newcastle in this FA Cup final. We played them earlier on in the month and we got ourselves a 1-1 draw. So we know they're a decent team that can certainly cause us some harm. Now, without skipping to the end and spoiling yourselves and everybody else in the chat, have a guess in the comments section. What do you think the result's going to be this time around against Newcastle? We're at Wembley. I think they'll score against me because I doubt my defensive abilities at this game. I'm going to lean 2-1 Chelsea. I want to win this. We, of course, spoilers, wait. We won the Premier League yesterday. We'll have a full season roundup after this game to fully round up the season as a whole. But FA Cup final against Newcastle today. Drop the video a like if you enjoy it. It's time to head to the press conference and hopefully boost the morale one final time here as Chelsea manager before we head into a new save in the upcoming few days. Loftus-Cheek is in good form. We will see more of him today. Maybe. Rotation is key. We might see some more Ruben Loftus-Cheek today. I doubt he'll start. We'll still go with Saul and N'Golo Kante. Is there any possibility that Newcastle United will compensate their lack of skill and aggressive approach? They are regarded as the weaker team. I don't think they'll kind of throw themselves at me physically, but we have to be ready for whatever they do decide to do tactically to try and beat what is on paper the strongest side in ourselves. After your recent win against West Ham United, your fans are praising you and expecting another win. Do you have anything specifically prepared for this match? Just our regular, high-quality, goal-scoring football that hopefully will see us through at Wembley on towards another trophy. Champions League Season 1, victory. Carabao Cup Season 1, failure. UEFA Super Cup Season 2. No, Season 1 as well. UEFA Super Cup Season 1, failure against Liverpool. Did we even have a Super Cup this year? I can't even recall, actually. We should have done, shouldn't we? Did we have a Super Cup? We did against Dinamo Zagreb and won that by 3-0. So actually, we've won 2 of 5 attempts to win trophies. And of course, it was Dinamo Zagreb winning the Europa League last year that ruined our European football. That has now been fixed for all new saves with the most recent patch, but obviously this save is an old save and it doesn't affect old saves, unfortunately. So we have to call it a day after this FA Cup final, and we'll start somewhere new, somewhere abroad, I think. But where that is will be voted upon over the next few days. But let's go and play Newcastle then. We will make sure that they're starting their strongest possible 11. I believe that the changes that they made in the patch to ensure that other teams do put out their strongest starting 11 is in effect in all saves, not just new ones, but we shall just double check quickly to ensure. Almiron and Muto up top, they are their 2 highest strikers. We could put Alan Saint-Maximin up top, but I think we'll stick with what they've got at the minute. Saint-Maximin is on the bench should they need him. Sean Longstaff, Ki Sung-yong, actually let's put Giovanni Dos Santos in there for Ki Sung-yong. Matt Ritchie at left back makes sense. Lascelles, Leon, Fernandes and Yedlin, and Dubravka in goal. Certainly looks like they have put out their strongest possible 11. James Milner is suspended, and that's why he's unavailable for selection. Jonjo Shelby should certainly be on the bench, I would have thought. We'll put him in there for Freddie Woodman. Right, other than that, they're at full strength. We certainly are at full strength ourselves as well. Mason Mount and Tammy Abraham will feature in this game, I'm almost certain, but I'll start with Rodrigo and Goretzka. And hopefully, we can get that 2-1 scoreline that we've predicted. Into Seoul. I don't know how best to attack this Newcastle side. We didn't have much luck against them in the league game, and as we saw, we drew by a goal apiece. So We know they can stop us free scoring, and we know that they can also break down our defence. So we're going to have to be rather... Oh, I was going to say we're going to have to be rather good in our offense if we're to make the difference. That was rather good, wasn't it? Leon Goretzka, he scored a few of those this season, and after 6 minutes, I get really fortunate there that we're able to get the ball back, but Goretzka bends it top bins, and a dream start to an FA Cup final at Wembley. Our first FA Cup final of FIFA 20, and inside 6 minutes, we score a worldie. Matt Ritchie pushing forward from left back, driving inside. I thought I timed that perfectly with Christian Pulisic. He had other ideas, Matt Ritchie. Almiron tries to whip that in, and Koulibaly's in the way, but can't deny them the throw. Ritchie with the 1-2 with Almiron. That's nicely worked in there to Sean Longstaff. Back out to Almiron again. Good block by Hakimi. And again, I can't deny them the throw. Going to keep coming at me here. Longstaff back to Almiron. He's got a bit more space to get across in this time, and has done so well. And Kanga can't turn it home. He's not the tallest or the most physical. But with a free header there, he certainly should have done a lot better with that. Koulibaly to take the throw. Why it gave it to him, I'm not entirely too sure. Pulisic into Goretzka. Bit of space for Saul. And Jadon Sancho's cutting off that wing. And somehow still has possession. And somehow, Dubravka's kept it out. He would not stop there, Jadon Sancho, until he'd gotten his shot away. Absolutely determined, the Englishman, as was the goalkeeper, to keep me out. Brilliant stop. Sancho will take the corner himself. Dubravka away. Can we get to that with Pulisic? Win that header. He's risen well. Alaba brings it down. Pulisic again. Can we try for a second? Worldie from outside the box. We can try, but we won't succeed. To clear by Dubravka. Won well by Sale. Up we go. Goretzka does nicely there. Jadon Sancho will look for Rodrigo. I think he's offside, actually. He's buried it. Brilliant first time hit, but you can see him blow his cheeks. He knows that I delayed too long with a pass, and he went too early with a run. It wasn't even close, was it? Definitely offside. Nearly 2-0, though. Kante's arriving. Back to Sal to then go in there to Rodrigo, and through to Goretzka. Was he onside this time? We might have a second. We do. Decided to go for Rodrigo and Goretzka over Mount and Abraham. Decision justified. 2 goals for Goretzka. At least 1 assist for Rodrigo. Can't recall actually who it was. I think it was Kante actually that played the ball to Goretzka for the first goal. But the German has been superb in front of goal for us since coming in this season. He and Rodrigo have both been a step above. And that is why we won the Premier League. And that is why we're going to win the FA Cup too. Hakimi, heavy touch. Goretzka's available in the middle again. Newcastle still sat very deep. You are 2-0 down, lads. You are going to have to push forward at some point to try and get yourselves back in it, unless they're already resigned to defeat in this one. Rudiger just dominating the striker Muto there. Rodrigo, oh, he's in for a hat-trick. No, Leon Goretzka. Oh, so close. It's what would have been a famous 3, but the woodwork denies him. So, across there to Alaba. Into Jadon Sancho. There's the big switch. Hakimi. Kante. Goretzka with space again. Can we replicate the first? No, it's at the post again. Leon Goretzka has 2. And then 2 off that left-hand post. Right-hand post. Dubravka's left-hand post. Can I have the ball, please? Or are you actually going to do something with it? Why are they holding it in their own corner 2 minutes before half-time? It's a lovely switch, actually. DeAndre Edlin could set up some sort of counter-attack. I have to be careful here with Rudiger to hold the position to ensure we don't let Muto free in the middle. Kanga is going to try and work something here. And he's whipped a good ball in, but Koulibaly will clear. It'll drop for Pulisic. There might just be time to go for a counter to get a third. I'm going to need Rodrigo to try and run in behind, though, which he seems rather reluctant to do. But we have gotten it to him. And Goretzka's in again. He's gone for the 1-2. It'll fall to Leon. That's half-time. 2-0 at the break. Could be 4-1 if we'd taken our chances and they'd taken their header through Kanga. But that man is destroying Newcastle United this afternoon. Brings that back. Pulisic with some good footwork. We'll try it again. Goretzka. Oh, nice strong challenge from Leon to ensure Newcastle start the second half with a bit of fighting spirit. We're going to see that going the other way as well. Muto into Almiron over the top. Alaba cuts it out and just squeezes it away before it falls free to the Newcastle man. And actually, Goretzka could play Rodrigo in over the top. We might be in for a third. The keeper thought about coming. He stayed on his line. That was a mistake! Yes! 3-0 Chelsea! The FA Cup is coming to Stamford Bridge. Rodrigo made no mistakes there. The right side of the offside line this time around. No mistake about that. Keeper, oh yeah, he probably made the right decision. I don't think he'd have gotten there. But if he'd have rushed me, I might have been forced into a rushed effort myself. Tried to chip him and maybe got it wrong, or he might have narrowed the angle down so much so that I shanked the shot trying to find the corner. As it happens, Rodrigo did everything right that he possibly could. His second goal of the FA Cup run, his first of the afternoon, and we are 3 goals to the good at Wembley. And nicely to Goretzka. They're making a change, I think. I don't know if I want to make any. I'd love to try and get Goretzka a hat-trick or Rodrigo on the score sheet again. Could bring Ruben Loftus-Cheek off the bench to try and have an impact in the centre of the field. We were talking about him in the pre-match press conference, weren't they? So maybe we will do that. Let's take Saul off and give Ruben Loftus-Cheek the opportunity to make an impact. And Hudson-Odoi will bring on here for Christian Pulisic as well. He's been involved, but not perhaps as much as he might like. So maybe Hudson-Odoi can help provide us with some more width as a number of our goals. Not just, well, all of the goals today, and not just the goals today, but throughout the season. That was terrible from N'Golo Kante. Most of my goals come through a central position. You see that in my Ultimate Team gameplay as well on stream. A number of my goals come through the middle. I mean, it helps having Kylian Mbappe as my one striker. But a number of my goals come centrally because my cams always tend to have a lot of goals as well. And it tends to be the way that I've played for years. Almost every series ever, I get a lot of goals from central areas. We might be able to get one more here. Goretzka and Rodrigo both now on hat-tricks. 2 goals apiece, 4 for us. Newcastle cannot cope. I expected a much bigger test than this. We are still on we are still on Ultimate. I am still playing with my sliders. Obviously, they made some adjustments in the patch to the way that the legendary AI plays, and that we were told has influenced the way that the Ultimate AI plays too. But here, this has been very one-sided. 63% possession, 8 shots, 5 on target, 4 of which have gone in, and they've had just the 1 header through Kanga, and that was it. Not at the races, Newcastle. Kante steals that away from Shelvey. We'll look for Goretzka. We'll look for Rodrigo. Poor pass. Win that Koulibaly. He's up very, very well indeed. Goretzka, Jadon Sancho there down the line. Fake Rabona, roll that in there. Ruben Loftus-Cheek's gotten forward. Can he get in on the act? No. Over the top of the bar. Wild from Ruben. I perhaps put a little bit too much power on that. A little bit too happy with the B button. Having all that space in front of me, I felt like just giving it a good old thwack. Which I did, but it didn't work. 20 minutes to go, still 4-0. Here's Kanga. Cross could come in. He's forced himself into the corner here and backwards. They do get it to Yedlin, and the cross does come in. Koulibaly heads away. Oh, foul give. I thought for a minute when he started to walk towards the box, he was going to give a penalty for something. We're going to get rid of this, hopefully, and then the final whistle should go. We're in the 92nd minute now as Matt Ritchie goes off. And Newcastle make a change. Almiron delivers the ball in, and Loftus-Cheek, I think, won that header, and it will be a corner for Newcastle. They might give their fans something to cheer before the end of the game. Though, whether there'll be many cheers if the ball does go in, I'm unsure. Could shoot there, Kanga. Drops to Fernandes. Kanga does shoot. It's bouncing around. Koulibaly hacks away, and there is the victory. Never in doubt from the 6th minute onwards. 2 goals for Rodrigo, 2 goals for Leon Goretzka, 4 for Chelsea, and our first FA Cup of FIFA 20. We've won the UEFA Super Cup, we've won the Champions League, and now we've won the FA Cup. This jacket isn't cursed yet in FIFA 20 here on the channel, so next time we get to a cup final in the next series, I'll wear this jacket, not the black one. A 4-0 win at Wembley here is absolutely superb. As we mentioned numerous times, was not expecting it to be that one-sided. We played them in the last episode, and they were very good, Newcastle. But we're going to lift that trophy here, and N'Golo Kante is going to get the opportunity to lift another one this year, the 3rd trophy we've lifted in this season. UEFA Super Cup, Premier League, FA Cup. I'd like to think we could have tried our best and maybe even done it to retain the Champions League this season if the save hadn't broken. But there's another trophy for Chelsea. N'Golo Kante lifts it. We'll have a season roundup when we get back to the menus, because we don't have to wait now to the end of the full end of the season for European fixtures to be fulfilled, and the Champions League and the Europa League finals are normally the last ones to be played, but this is now the last game to be played because obviously there is no European football in this save now. We will be starting a new save if this is where you leave us for today. We will be starting a new save over the coming week. Vote tomorrow will start, and then we'll probably have subsequent votes after that over the coming days. But I'm going to leave a day between each vote to ensure that enough people see it so that we can get, you know, the best possible gauge of what you guys want to see on the channel. So a vote video will go live tomorrow at 3, and then a subsequent vote video will go live Tuesday at 3, and we shall take it from there with regards what happens in the career mode world here on the channel. Streams will still continue, of course, so do follow me on Mixer down below. We'll probably be starting a new save there as well over the next few days. But for now, Chelsea FA Cup champions this season. If you're going to leave me here, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your support on the channel. Those of you that are going to stick around for the season roundup, let's go and see how everyone did this season. Can't forget the post-match interview, can we? Time for some questions. Newcastle United is a strong team, but winning the final at a 4-goal difference was out of this world. How did you pull that off? We are a great team, but I'll say it was an amazing victory. 2 men stood out in that game, didn't they? Leon Goretzka and Rodrigo, although it's Ruben Loftus-Cheek that they're focusing on again here. Don't get carried away. He did well, came off the bench, had an effort, but didn't score it. But I think the other two deserve the praise. Rodrigo with 2 goals to secure a win. Rodrigo was a hero today. Any thoughts? Impressive performance from Rodrigo indeed. Obviously, he got 1 assist for one of Goretzka's as well, so certainly deserved the man of the match. 2 goals and an assist. Although, to be fair, Goretzka got the assist for Rodrigo's second as well, so perhaps they're both equally deserving of the man of the match trophy. We shall... Oh, youth player wants out. Does he? Well, tough. 4.1 million added to the next season's transfer budget, which obviously we won't be taking into account now. So let's have a look at how we did in the competitions we were involved in. We'll have a look at the other larger competitions around Europe as well. Leagues, obviously, rather than actual European competition, because they're broken in this save. We'll start with the competitions we were involved in. Premier League champions Chelsea by 2 points from Manchester United. Big drop back to Everton and Bournemouth that finished 3rd and 4th. In the new saves, we should see the big teams at the top of the big leagues every single time. We won't need to worry now about teams putting out weakened sides and teams not performing as they should. City 5th, Spurs 6th, Arsenal 10th as Liverpool finished 9th. Relegated were Southampton, Watford and Wolves. Southampton nowhere near good enough in this one. To be fair, they actually had a decent end to the season. They were even further afield than that just a few games before the end. Obviously, the FA Cup, we were just victorious in that in today's episode. The Carabao Cup, we lost that to Fulham. I still regret that defeat. European International Cup, that was the pre-season tournament. UEFA Super Cup, of course, we were victorious in that 3-0 over Dinamo Zagreb. If I click on that button, then my game will freeze and crash. The Europa League, obviously, didn't get past the playoff round because it's broken, and there wasn't any international competition this year for us to have a look at. We'll have a quick look at player stats, actually. The Golden Boot was won, not by Rodrigo or Goretzka at all. They were both in the challenging for it towards the end of the season. Harry Kane has had a flurry of goals to end the year, and he wins the Golden Boot with 20. Oh, wow. Rodrigo and Rashford on 19, Firmino on 18, Salah and Goretzka 17. I'm disappointed at that. I thought Rodrigo or Goretzka would have won that. That's really frustrating. Jesse Lingard pips Rodrigo and Goretzka 2 to the assists as well. I'm really annoyed at that, actually. Golden Glove and De Gea is level with Kepa and Martinez at Arsenal on 11. So Kepa shares the Golden Glove. So on an individual player basis, weren't quite as good as I hoped or thought we were. Not to worry. The other leagues around Europe, the bigger leagues, let's have a look. We'll have a look at the other English leagues as well. Winning the championship with Brighton. Jesus wept! 131 points. Brighton win 43 of 46. That is the biggest winning margin or biggest points tally I have ever ever seen. Huddersfield with 114. Unfortunately, there's a slight graphical issue there with the tables, as you can see. That has been reported to EA, though, so don't worry. Middlesbrough, Forest, West Brom and Sheffield United in the playoffs. Relegated were Peterborough, Luton Town and Portsmouth. In League One, winning with 99 points were Ipswich. Millwall there on 97 in second. Playoffs for Charlton, Rotherham, Lincoln and Oxford. Relegated were Tranmere, Wycombe, Burton and Accrington Stanley. In League 2, Forest Green, Swindon Town and Bradford City get automatic promotion. Rochdale, Salford, Wimbledon and Plymouth in the playoffs. Cambridge, 18th. Great. In Liga, Paris Saint-Germain win the league. Unbeaten. 37 wins in 38 games. Wow. Imagine if they'd won every single game. They will rue that one draw for the rest of their lives, Paris Saint-Germain. Bundesliga, Bayern, 32 wins in 34. They'll rue those two draws for the rest of their lives. See, they're incredible performances from some of the big teams around Europe this season. In Serie A, something's going on. 35 wins in 38 for Juventus. 3 undefeated teams in 3 leagues this season. Let's see if that was replicated in Spain as well. Indeed it was. 37 goals in 38 games. Sorry, 37 wins in 38 games for Barcelona. They conceded 9 goals in 38 games of football. Are you sure? We might have gone too far the other way. We might have gone too far the other way with regards to the way the fixtures are going. Rather than big teams underperforming, they're slightly overperforming now in other leagues. Might have to take note of that and pass that feedback on. That's remarkable. Jesus. With regards to board expectations, we didn't do the youth ones, so we're not going to get anything there. We did the shirt sales, so critical achieved there. With regards to the long-term goal in one season, we're already over halfway there, so certainly that's going to be fine. Financially, we didn't keep salary growth under 15%, but we did have to make a number of signings this year. We won the Premier League, we won the FA Cup, and the Champions League didn't exist. So 87 manager rating, considering we didn't do a number of the accomplishments there, is actually probably pretty good. How did everybody get on an individual basis? Kepa, 87 rated overall now, up 1 to that particular rating, and kept 16 clean sheets in all competitions, 11 in the 34 in the Premier League as we saw. Anana, up 2 to 85. He actually was so much better for me in this save than he was in FIFA 18 at Southampton. So much better. 7 clean sheets in 12 games for him. Very pleased. Hakimi, up 2 to 83. He's superb. Cannot recommend him highly enough for you guys. David Alaba came in, did a job. Pleased enough with him. Got 1 assist. Ben Chilwell got a goal and an assist. Up 2 to 83 rated. Koulibaly up 1 to 91. He's amazing. Antonio Rudiger up 1 again to 85. He too, rock solid. Abreu grew out on loan. Christensen up 1 to 83. Tomori up 4 with training, of course. He is going to be a great player for long-term saves that you guys are doing. Aspi down 2 to 81, unfortunately. Reece James up 4 with training to 81. Another player that's going to be amazing long-term. Kante still growing on an individual stat basis, which is good to see, despite being 30 years of age. Dynamic potential coming into effect there for sure. Mateo Kovacic up 1 to 85. Great to see him continue to improve, though he did see his first team spot go to Saul halfway through the season. Ruben Loftus-Cheek up 3 to 84. That's without training, so really pleased to see him flourish. Leon Goretzka up 2 to 88. What a signing. 21 goals, 15 assists in 40 games. Wow! Saul, 2 and 3 in 15. No growth for him, but certainly an impressive player. Mason Mount's up 5 to 83 this season. Again, with training. 11 goals, 3 assists in 26 games. Sarr came in, did a job. 1 goal, 1 assist. Wasn't too impressed with him, to be fair. 81 rated, up 2 overall. Jadon Sancho got better, but needed that improvement in his overall rating to actually have the effect on pitch for me. Although swapping him from right to left did improve his in-game performances. 13 goals, 8 assists for him. Pulisic, 12 goals, 12 assists. Good season for the American. Up 2 to 84. Very, very good year for him. Hudson-Odoi also up 4 to 83. 5 goals, 7 assists for him. Better season this year, I think, for him than last year. Tammy Abraham, certainly a worse season this year for him than last year. 13 goals, 4 assists. He's up 4 to 84, so growing well. But I was not impressed with Tammy Abraham this season, although he did have some influential performances. More influential performances, though, for Rodrigo. Now, I would be intrigued to see, after an immaculate season this year, 19 goals and 10 assists in 27 Premier League games, 5 in 5 in the Carabao Cup, 1 goal in the 1 game in the UEFA Super Cup, and 3 goals, 2 assists in the FA Cup. I'd be intrigued to see, as he grows to 31, how dynamic potential affects Rodrigo, because he's seen some decline in his stats, as you can see over the course of this season. Just long shots down 1, volleys down 2. In fact, long shots down 2 as well. What I might do off camera is just simulate a third season and see how Rodrigo plays, or how Rodrigo's rating progresses, and I'll update you on Twitter with that, just out of curiosity to see how dynamic potential works. And Kante will actually be keen to see as well, after another good season for him. As he grew a little bit at 30, we'll see how he grows season 3 as well. But that is the squad. Superb season for us. Could have been better. We could have won the Carabao Cup and done the treble. Could have been better. The Champions League could have existed for us, but that one certainly was out of my hands. Thank you very much for watching this series, though, guys. I apologise that it's come to a premature end. Again, out of my hands, unfortunately, but those issues have been addressed by EA. So, fingers crossed, we won't encounter that problem again. And the next series, voting for which, like I say, will start tomorrow, will be longer and better. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on the next series, and ensure that you're involved in the voting as well. And I'll see you next time.